revision session. Okay, so we're going to look at a topic. We're actually solving an exam question paper, and it's actually coming from this beautiful topic here. You can see plant and animal cells. Okay, yes, so this is revision biology revision session, and let's get started. Okay, so this is the question that we are going to do together. You can see this is section A, so I've just extracted one question from that particular topic I shared with you. Okay, so this is our intensive revision, and I want you to get a pen, also get a paper, make sure that you are writing down key points that are going to help you revise quickly. Okay, so I'm going to read the question, section A, short answer questions, 44 marks. You need to get these marks, all right? Get everything for 36 or 38. That'll be okay. Right, so answer all the questions in the spaces provided on the question paper. Okay, so number one, A, complete table 1.0 or 1.0 showing parts of a microscope and their function. Okay, so here we are actually dealing with the microscope. Okay, I hope you have studied this topic. If you studied, good for you. If you didn't, make sure that you revise with me right now. Okay, so the first one, this part, what is this part for? The functions collect and reflect light onto specimen on the diaphragm or on the stage, I beg your pardon. So collects and reflects light onto specimen, onto the specimen on the stage. What is this part? The only thing that can actually reflect here, reflect the light onto the specimen, is the mirror. Okay, so here you write mirror. Okay, so mirror collects and reflects lights onto specimen on the stage. Okay, right, number two here, supposed to write here, number two, diaphragm. Diaphragm. What is the function of the diaphragm? Okay, what is the function of the diaphragm? So these are parts of the microscope, and you need to know their functions for you to actually get them correctly. So the diaphragm actually controls the amount of light. All right, so you can write here controls the amount of what? The amount of light, okay, reaching the specimen. The amount of light reaching the specimen. The amount of light reaching the specimen. So the diaphragm controls the amount of light reaching the what? The specimen. The specimen. So this is the function of the diaphragm. Specimen. It controls the amount of light reaching the what? The specimen. Okay, let's continue. Number three. The function we are given here magnifies the image further. What function is this? What part of the microscope magnifies the image further? What is this part? Okay, so here we just have the earpiece. The earpiece does the magnification. Okay, the eyepiece, I beg your pardon. The eyepiece magnifies the image further. So this is a microscope, and the functions of those, functions of the parts of the microscope. So you can see that this topic is actually coming from plant and animal cells. Okay, so you need to know your microscope in order for you to use it effectively during your biology practicals. Okay, so we have actually answered our first part, mirror. Okay, we have answered our diaphragm. The function of the diaphragm controls the amount of light reaching the specimen. and now we have answered the earpiece, which magnifies the image further. Okay, what about the stage? What's the function of the stage? What's the function of the stage? The stage where you actually put your specimen. Okay, so these provide support. You can write supports, right? Supports the slide, support the slide, support the slide, okay, or specimen. Very important. And how many marks are you given here? Only 5 marks. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is 1 mark here, 1 mark there, 1 mark here, 1 mark here, 1 mark there, and the last one you also be given 1 mark. So we are given the function brings the image into shape focus, especially when the specimen is being viewed at higher magnification. This reminds me, you have to know how to calculate your magnification, because the examiner might bring 1 or 2 questions in paper 1, and you need to know how to calculate magnification. You need to know your formula for you to actually get this correctly. Okay, so away from that, what is this part here that brings the image into shape focus? So this is the fine focus knob, or the knob. You just write fine, okay, fine focus knob, fine focus knob. So the fine focus knob or knob brings the image into shape focus, especially when the specimen is being viewed at a high magnification. Okay, so we continue. Here you have your 5 marks. Don't waste marks here. Make sure that you get everything. Okay, part B of our first question. Okay, let me just try and magnify a bit. Let me magnify this. Okay, this is better. This is better. Okay, let me also try to move my number a bit there. Okay. All right, so let's continue. Let me read this question. State 3 parts of a plant cell which can be easily seen under a light microscope. So this is not an advanced microscope. It's just a light, simple. In other words, a simple microscope. Okay. So what are those parts that will be obvious to your eyes, right, when you use a light microscope? Number 1, you're going to see the cell wall. You're going to see the cell wall. Okay. So this is a part of the cell, okay, which is it going to appear. It will appear a bit large, right? And you'll be able to see it under the light microscope when you use a light microscope. So number 1 is cell wall. What other part you can notice when you use that light microscope? You will see the pigmented, or rather the chloroplast. Okay, so we can say here chloroplast. So you can see the chloroplast as well, the pigmented everywhere. Okay, they are large, right? They're very large, and you're able to see the cell wall because of distinct boundaries, right, within the cell. And also you'll be able to see the large central vacuum, the large central vacuum. Okay, so these are the parts, or 3 parts of a plant cell which you can easily see under a light microscope. Okay, so here you have your 3 marks. Okay, let me use my input. Here you have your 3 marks, and here you have your 5 marks. And what is the total together? it's actually 8 marks. Okay, 8 marks. You are warm and dry. Okay, so this is basically our revision session, and this is what we have actually covered today. Thank you so much for watching this video to the end, and I thank you for joining me. I will say it's bye for now. See you in my next revision session. That is my biology class.